As this is the hometown of Jesus, so it is of mine. And it was often just down the way on the sea where my boat would be at the dock. And both myself and my brother Andrew would spend many a time fixing our nets, along with our good friends and sometimes competitors, James and John. Even though we all got along, they had their business, we had our business, a good family business. But, you know, if they got the better fish, then we got the better fish. You know, we're competitive, right? It's commerce, it's important. But I remember the very first time I saw him. I've already mentioned I'm a fisherman by trade, and I've already mentioned that I like to put my foot in my mouth. But the other thing I didn't mention is the fact that I could be very, very, very assertive, very strong, very single-minded, you may say. That's the nice way to say it. And no one got in my way. It was up to me to make sure the family had meals on the table, were taken care of. And so I worked hard as a fisherman. It's a hard job. It's a very hard job. And I remember when I first saw him, he was teaching. Small group, a lot smaller than even this group, just a few. And he was teaching on the shore. And we were coming in from a very hard night of fishing. A night where it does happen, where we caught nothing. We caught nothing. And it was very discouraging. James and John had an okay night, but we caught nothing. And we were just gathering our nets, and we were hearing a little commotion, but it's not uncommon for rabbis to come by the Sea of Galilee and bring their disciples and teach a little bit and just relax, like they do even today. The good Jewish people will come up here and have it's like cottage country for Israel. And I started to overhear a little bit. And Jesus came up to me and he wanted to use my boat. Well, again, no one touches my boat. It's like it's my place of business. But there was something about that man. There was something about his eyes. And when he first looked at me, you just read about comfort. There was something comforting about those eyes. There was something that drew you in with those eyes. And so when he asked, "Can I just want to talk for a little bit, and the crowds are getting bigger. Can I use your boat?" And so he said, "Yes." I said, "Yes." And I listened. I still did my work. And as I listened and did my work and was working the nets, Jesus just turns to me and says, "You know, just go out a little ways. Go out a little ways and drop your nets." Jesus was a rabbi. He's not a fisherman. You don't catch fish in 6 inches of water. But there was something, again, about those eyes, about that voice. And so as Andrew was first. Andrew had already met Jesus earlier. Andrew knew, but I couldn't be. And so as we just pulled it out a little bit, and he said, "Drop down your nets." I was like, nah. But he did. We did. And I know you know the story. But let me tell you, those nets were so full that we had to call out James and John. James and John they were down the shore, a good several boat lengths away, and we called them and they came running, and we just gathered that fish and it filled the boat. And all the time, Jesus is just standing on the bow of the boat. He's just standing. He's got this incredible, just this enjoyable smile on his face. It's a smile that I got to learn a lot. I already told you about the feeding of those thousands of people, he had the smile then. It's kind of a smile where you go, just wait. Yeah, you'll get it. And he had that smile. He had that look. And as that boat was filled with fish, he turned to me and he said, Simon, follow me. Come, follow me. I already said, I don't follow anybody. I'm my own man. I'm an independent man. I'm an independent business owner. No one tells me what to do. But when he said those words, come, follow me, I remember just getting out of the boat, seeing the boat full of fish. James and John were amazed. Andrew was already out of the boat. Andrew had already decided to follow this man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time. But when he said, come, follow me, I looked into those eyes yet again. And I got out of the boat. I left the fish behind. You get it? I'm a businessman. That was enough money for 6 weeks. I didn't have to fish for 6 weeks with what was there. And I left it behind to follow him. And I never looked back. Oh, did I doubt? Oh, yes. Oh, you'll learn about that. Did I doubt? Did I question? Did I? Oh, well, you even know. Oh, we'll talk soon. About his, oh, I get ahead of myself. About did we even deny him? Oh, yes. But I say at that moment, right here, on the shores of Galilee, I left my boat. I left all that I knew to follow him and to follow the man, the God-man, the Christ, Jesus.